Every time it's on everything, the life you cheesing, I'm cheddaring. No matter the form of the weaponry, gotta keep stalking my destiny. Time's getting worse, I'm bettering. My sentence secure, ain't no tethering. I ain't gon' stop till I rest in peace and they put a hold on my great lettering. Every time, I ain't lay back unless I'm in my 300. Circle is little, cause I keep it 100. Minus my issues, I'm so hard when I'm on it. 100% ain't enough, I get 200. Every time, know what I'ma run from. I'm that one opponent, you don't want none from. Manual van where my strength get pumped from. So let's go back to the child of God. Standing toe to toe, no hot now. The Lord is with me, you can't fight the rock. I got the sauce, you want mile high. The destiny mine, I'ma stalk it out. The strength is having, you just bought it out. Your giant carcass, I'ma walk it out. You gon' be wishing that you wouldn't have called me out. Cause every time be on that throw down, let's get us a showdown. Come and get some, I got another go around. Big as it is, so hard they go down. Since destiny something we can't change, but quitting will stop you from great gains. And faith will make capable great things. I done decided to break pain. Lives around and call me on my A game, so speed like the A train. The thing that I'm stalking on, I gotta maintain. I'm by myself, I don't gang bang. When you want to get in my crown, then I'm down every time, not just now and then. Yeah, I heard you got your thousands, but me, yo, I got my 10,000s. God gave me dreams doing that, I would chest it.
I'm steady chasing, I'm staying focused on what I'm gonna be. I'm making it up, but I won't lose my, cause I'm still starting my destiny. I'm still starting my destiny.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. What's up, BFam1096.com? How y'all doing? Facebook. And what's up over there to you all tuning in on YouTube? This is Tea Time with Tara, live and on air. Let me take a breath. This is Tea Time with Tara, live and on air. I am your host, Tara M. Williams, the voice of faith, hope, love, and leadership. Here we discuss business and Bible basics. We believe you have a voice and it needs to be heard. I hope y'all have your cup of tea or your favorite drink for the day. I hope you have your journals and your pens ready for this show and all the information or nuggets you may get. If you haven't already, head over to my YouTube channel at Stalk Your Destiny. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you can be notified every time I go live or make a new post. And if you already subscribed, then you know that today I uploaded episode 1 of season 3 of the Tea Time with Tara show. Now, the Tea Time with Tara show is different from Tea Time with Tara live and on air. At the show, we interview guests and ask them what they need along their journeys to stalking their destiny. Real people, real interviews, real transformation for you guys. So if you have not already, head over to my YouTube channel at Stalk Your Destiny. Check out season 1 and 2 of the Tea Time with Tara show and check out my very new episode 1 of season 3 of the Tea Time with Tara show. Again, this is Tea Time with Tara live and on air, where we discuss business and Bible basics and believe you have a voice and it needs to be heard. Again, I am Tara M. Williams, the voice of faith, hope, love, and leadership. And y'all, welcome to the show today. And let me know where you're tuning in from. If you're listening online, let me know where you're tuning in from. Let me know what you're doing. How was your weekend? Okay. How was your weekend? My weekend was spent with a lot of time with God, y'all. And some correction. I know we kind of get weird about being corrected, but my weekend dealt with prayer and correction. Okay. And I love that for me because now I know, more of the direction I'm going in. Now I know some of the things I'm letting go and leaving behind for this new level in life. So, if you want to go to a new level, put that in the chat too. I'm going to a new level, okay? Because we all want elevation, all right? So let me know again, where are you tuning in from? How are you doing? And, if you're going to a new level, just type that in the comments or the chat. I'm going to a new level, okay? I got my tea, y'all. Welcome to November. It's the most wonderful time of the year. I don't know if y'all care about it or not. I do. It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's getting cooler outside here in the United States. And I have my gingerbread cup today. For those of you who can't see it, I have my gingerbread cup. So, y'all, we're going to move forward to our affirmations for the week, which are sponsored by Tea Time Enterprises, LLC. I had to pause to drink some of my tea because it's fresh and I really want it, y'all. So our affirmations for the week are sponsored by Tea Time Enterprises LLC. The world needs all you have to offer. Now, when you do your affirmations for the week or for the month, because we're at the beginning of November, these are the affirmations. I am, I have, I will. Okay. And then we declare what kind of day today will be. So I wanted to show you guys who are able to see and just let you guys know who are listening in that the Tea Time daily journals are available online. This is where you can do your affirmations. It's a 30-day inspiration and affirmations journal. And so this is where you check in with yourself. Okay. You check in every day with you before you check in with anybody else. I am, I have, I will. You declare what kind of day it's going to be. And not only that, with the journal, you check in and you check in on how you're doing. Okay. So how are you doing? And whatever you need to express for the day as well, there's space for you to journal those things down. Okay. Even if it's just some notes for the day, those are available. I'll give you the website a little later in the show today for that. Okay. But what are your affirmations? Be sure to comment those below, put them in the chat. Okay. Or even just discuss them for yourself. I am, I have, I will, and then declare what kind of day today will be. For me, my affirmations today, I actually thought that I would have time to write them before the show, but I was caught up in some other stuff that God had me focused on and doing today. And so I'll say mine now. I am good. I'm good in and of myself. Okay? Mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, financially. I am good today. Okay? I will, you know what I will do? I will take the time to digest all that has taken place during my worship time with God this morning. I will take time to digest all that has, taken place in my worship time this morning. Okay. Oh, and I skipped I have. So I have all the tools necessary to be the woman I desire to be. And I'm going to say that one again too. I have all the tools necessary to be the woman that I desire to be. Okay. And I know my affirmations may be a bit heavy for y'all. Your affirmations don't have to be as detailed as mine. They can be lighter. They can just be, I am happy, I have joy, I will, be glad. Your affirmations can be whatever encourages you for the day, the week, or this month. Okay. Those are mine for the day for me though. Okay. Excuse me. And today will be a patience with myself day for me. Today will be a patience with myself day. And why do I say that? Hopefully that encourages somebody to be patient with yourself. Because again, we do for everybody else. We do all the things that we're responsible for doing, yet we do not take time to take care of us. I just saw a post on Instagram shortly before the show started. I saw a post that this man was talking about his friend who just passed Tuesday last week. And I don't know if it was last week because, posts can be old, but he was saying the word Tuesday. So he's like, my friend passed on Tuesday and he missed everything. He missed all his kids' birthdays. He missed, all his anniversaries. He missed all the important things in life because he worked himself to death. And that stress caught up with him because he would not allow himself to rest. Y'all, we have to be mindful that being selfless means putting self first. Okay, we're not to pour from an empty cup or an empty bucket. And sometimes we're like, I got something in here I can share. And I'm guilty of that. I'm like, whatever I have, I can split in half. Whatever I have in my life, I can split half of it with you. Okay. I don't care if I have $1 and you got 50 cents, I got 50 cents. That's just how it is with me. Whatever I have, I'm going to split with you, right? However, we got to get rid of that mindset. And I have to say, well, here's my dollar. Whatever I get outside of this is yours. It's yours, because I need to be full first before I can pour into you. So be sure to do your affirmations and pour into you before you give of yourself to others. Okay. Be mindful in any area of your life to pour into you first, and then give joyfully, cheerfully, and from your overflow. Because when we give from less than, we tend to do it grudgingly and reluctantly. And nobody wants that. First of all, don't give me any of your things grudgingly or reluctantly, because you didn't want to do it. Therefore, I don't want you to do it for me, because there's no joy, there's no grace in that, you know? So be mindful of that. Do your affirmations. That's a new word, I guess. Do your affirmations daily, weekly, or monthly, y'all. And be sure to get your Tea Time Daily Journal as well. I'll let you know again. You can get that on my website, but I'll let you know the website a little bit later. Okay? So our food for thought quote for the day is brought to you by Stalk Your Destiny, where everything you want to become, you already are. Okay? And our food for thought quote today is, how long is too long to wait on your dreams? How long is too long to wait on your dreams? Yeah, I'm going to tell you, you know, when people say it's not the destination, it's the journey. That's cute. That sounds real nice. It's not the destination, it's the journey. The journey is the part that kicks all of our butts. The journey is the part that has all of us messed up. Okay, and we don't know how to sit in that. We don't know how to relish in that. So how long is too long to wait on your dreams? Okay, like, how long is too long? Because sometimes some people don't have the capacity to wait 10 to 15 years. And I don't know about you, but I was taught in elementary school in the 1900s. It's my kids like to say I grew up in the 1900s. So in elementary school, I remember being taught that it takes 10 to 15 years before, and I don't know if y'all could hear that noise, but the heat just went off. So hopefully you can hear me better now. I forgot to handle that before I started recording. However, when I was in elementary school, I learned that it takes 10 to 15 years before you start to see success in your career. Okay. And they weren't even talking about entrepreneurship at the time. They were just talking about any career path that you chose. 10 to 15 years before you really see the, success or find that joy and happiness in what you're doing. I was taught that in elementary school, y'all. And so I think that I am programmed for the wait in a little bit. Okay. Because the reality of it is, if you've been waiting 5 to 10 months, you might be a little bit impatient now. Okay. Imagine now 5 years have gone by and you haven't seen the glory that has been promised to you by God, or the vision that you put on your vision board has not come to pass yet. How long is too long to wait on your dreams? How long is too long? And then when you figure out how long is too long for you, can you wait a little longer? Because I thought I could do 10 years. Because I just thought somewhere along the way in those 10 years, I was going to hit the level of success I desired for myself. I thought I would make that. Now I have every opportunity to do so. I have the fruit of my labor that can create that type of level of success. But it takes more than just you. It takes more than you. It takes more than a product or a service. It takes strategies. It takes systems in place. It takes teammates. It takes learning and growing and changing and bending. Are you really ready, y'all? Are you really ready to go after your destiny? I mean, my company is known as Stalk Your Destiny. I may not be a life coach anymore, but listen, stalking your destiny is a real thing. How long is too long for you to wait on your dreams? I hope that you never stop waiting and working towards it. Not just sitting around waiting, doing nothing, thinking, wishing, hoping, and praying. No, I hope that you never stop taking steps towards your dreams. And I heard recently a couple different ways and a couple different times about an inch, your inch, every inch matters. And I think it's on one of the motivational videos I listen to daily as well. I think it's Les Brown, I think, that says something about it as well. And every inch matters. Every inch, every step you take, every baby step, every leap, every bound, All of those things matter, y'all. So even as I'm telling you this, I have to go back and recount my own journey for myself, because every step I've taken forward mattered. And you know what I did? I discounted it, which makes your wait longer. It makes your wait feel longer when you discredit what you've already done. So take this food for thought today, y'all, and think about that. How long am I willing to wait and work towards my dreams? Okay. And what have I already discounted in my journey or discredited in my journey that I really need to be celebrating that I did, that I achieved? Think about that as you go forward in your week this week. Have conversations about it. Am I giving up on myself too soon? Okay. The pivot doesn't mean give up. The pivot is just the adjustment for God to get you to become who you are supposed to be at that time. Like you're getting ready to meet you. Okay. You're being reintroduced to you. Okay. So understand that every new level requires a new you. It requires something to be left behind and something to be added on, which means you are being made new at every new step you take. And so, y'all, this is for me too. Don't discredit or disqualify yourself, okay? Don't count yourself out on that. That was our food for thought quote brought to you by Stalk Your Destiny, where everything you want to become, you already are, y'all, okay? So our devotional time today comes from Isaiah 55. Okay, and I am going to read all of that to you. I hope you guys brought your Bibles as well. Like I said, hope you got your Bibles, your pens, your pencils, your paper journals or whatever, and your favorite drink. Okay, so go ahead and come with me, or if you're listening, I'm going to turn to Isaiah 55, and I'm going to read that for you guys and encourage you in that way. I almost got it. Okay. It says here, it's an invitation to the thirsty. I think my pastor mentioned the thirsty yesterday too, y'all. I know I'll be throwing him in here, but listen, I pay attention. I pay attention in church, okay? I pay attention to what is applicable to learn and see where God's going to apply the word in my life. And I hope that when I get on here and tell y'all different things that I've experienced or I've learned or heard about, I hope that God shows you where that's applicable in your life as well. Okay. Everything may not apply, but something sticks. Okay. So I know he mentioned about being thirsty and deer panting after water. But here we go. The invitation to the thirsty in Isaiah 55 says this: Come, all you who are thirsty, come to the waters. And you who have no money, come, buy and eat. Come, buy wine and milk without money and without cost. Why spend money on what is not bread and your labor on what does not satisfy? Listen to me and eat what is good, and your soul will delight in the richest of fare. Give ear and come to me. Hear me, that your soul may live. I will make an everlasting covenant with you. My faithful love promised to David. See, I have made him a witness to the peoples, a leader and commander of the peoples. Okay? Surely you will summon nations you know not, and nations that do not know you will hasten to you because of the Lord your God, the Holy One of Israel, for he has endowed you with splendor. Seek the Lord while he may be found. Call on him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his way and the evil man his thoughts. Oh, I'm going to come back to that one, y'all. I'm going to come back to that one, okay? Let him turn to the Lord, and he will have mercy on him, and to our God, for he will freely pardon. Okay? For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, my thoughts than your thoughts, and my thoughts than your thoughts. As the rain and snow come down from heaven and do not return to it without watering the earth and making it bud and flourish, so that it yields seed for the sower and bread for the eater, so is my word that goes out from my mouth. It will not return to me empty, but will accomplish what I desire and achieve the purpose for which I sent it. You will go out in joy and be led forth in peace. The mountains and hills will burst into song before you, and all the trees of the field will clap their hands. Instead of the thorn bush will grow the pine tree. Instead of briars, the myrtle will grow. This will be for the Lord's renown, for an everlasting sign which will not be destroyed. That's Isaiah 55. Okay, y'all? And so my points here says one is come buy, eat, and drink. Okay? Come buy, eat, and drink. This is just saying that God's gonna provide for you no matter what. And I'm a living testimony to that, y'all. I can tell you, let me run down a list for you of everything I don't have or provide for myself. For years now, God has provided because I'm following him. I'm seeking after him. I'm doing his will. He has put his people in place to be a blessing to me in my life. And it's not easy. And it's not even cute. I'm just going to, maybe that's the theme for today. Today's theme is it ain't cute. It's not pretty. Okay. It is not easy, but God provides. Come, all you who are thirsty, come to the waters. Okay. And his living waters is his word, y'all. When we need something from God, when we need to be understood, when we need to cry out, God is there for us. Like, I'm thirsting after you, Lord. I need you. Okay. I'm dying out here. Fill me up, God. Okay. And he does. He does if we're willing to sit at his feet. He fills us up. Okay. And here it says, why spend money on what is not bread and your labor on what does not satisfy? I can't stress that enough. I will never do a job I don't want to do. I don't know about y'all. I don't know where you are in your life right now, but stop doing work you're not happy to do. Why are you doing that? Your labor doesn't satisfy. The most things we do in our life is work. That is what we do the most in our life is our work. So if God has been pulling on you and tugging on you to do the work he called you to do, get to stepping towards that thing. Okay. And get to stepping away from whatever it is you keep holding on to, y'all. We hold so tight to God because we're scared to take that leap of faith. And yeah, falling feels like leaping feels like falling until you learn how to fly. And I can testify to it. I took a leap of faith, and I wrote a poem that started off with saying, I took a leap of faith and landed in quicksand. Okay? Imagine that. And trusting God the whole way. So, leaping can feel like falling until you learn how to fly. Okay? And even when you jump out of a plane or jump parasailing or whatever it's called, you're going to fall first until you have your parachute open or open your arms for the wings or whatever it is. Okay? Whatever the support is. But let God be the support, y'all. Let God be the support. Stop spending your money on bread. I mean, on what is not bread, meaning what is not good for you, good to you, feeding you. People, places, things, stop spending your money on them. Stop spending your money on things that do what it ain't bread. It's not feeding you. It brings you absolutely nothing. And I think I might be talking to the young people, but listen, older crowd too, because I'm a whole grown up over here. Stop spending your money on what is not feeding you. What is not bringing you joy? What is not bringing you health? What is not bringing you peace? You don't have to impress anybody by your spending. You work too hard at a job you already don't like to spend money on people you don't like, to spend money on food you're not going to eat, to spend money on materialistic things that will sit around. Stop it. That the time for that is over. It's over. That's over. Okay. Eat what is good, and your soul will delight in the richest of fare, y'all. Okay? So here I said as well, His ways are not your ways, and you will go out and enjoy. I got caught up, y'all, in that first part. I'm winging this whole show today, so just bear with me. Whatever God wants me to say, we're gonna say today on the show, okay? Because I'm winging it today, and I just can preach all of this. This is my favorite chapter in the entire Bible. This is my favorite chapter. I can preach every verse, okay? But we going for the sake of time. For the sake of time, I'm gonna try to wrap it up to get to the next part of the show. But here I said, his ways are not our ways, y'all. And that I said I was coming back to let the wicked forsake his way and the evil man his thoughts. Let him turn to the Lord and he will have mercy on him. Y'all, God had to deal with me this morning on that, okay? On that. When you pray for your enemies, y'all, don't get mad when God starts doing the work you asked him to do. And yes, you might feel some type of way about it, but also take you out of the equation. When you pray for your enemies, pray and only believe and trust that God's going to do it. God's going to do it for you. And he's going to do his will at his time as well in their lives, right? So let them forsake their ways, Let them turn to the Lord. Let it be okay that the people you prayed for, I don't care how much you don't like them. Let it be good news that God is doing a work in their lives. Even if you don't believe in it, even if it never worked before, like I prayed before, God, and I did see you do some changes because I've counted some miracles before that I've seen happen. Okay. But each change, each pivotal moment, those things matter, y'all. So be mindful that you don't pray for someone and then stay in that place of hate, stay in that place of wickedness, stay in that place of, anger. Don't do that. When you pray for somebody that you don't like, release them too. And release them so that you can believe for them. So that you can believe for them. God said believe for them. That he will do a good work in them too. Because he's got blessings ready for them too. Okay? So be mindful of that. But again, his ways are not your ways and his thoughts are not our thoughts. So that's clear right there in that example. Okay? And then it says, you will go out in joy and be led forth in peace. The mountains and the hills will burst into song before you. Okay? There will be a celebration. God, because before that, it says that, God's going to do what he said. His word's not going to return void or empty. He's going to do what he said. And if you need proof of that, write down everything that God says to you so that you can see it when it happens. Because God had me go back to journals from 2 years ago. Well, I went back to journals 10 years ago as well. But in the journal from 2 years ago, God responded to a complaint that I had yesterday. The answer was right there. It was right there. So when God speaks, write that thing down and understand that he's going to do what he said. You got to just believe, y'all. You got to just believe. You're going to go out and enjoy. His plans are for our good, okay? His plans are for our good. You'll be led forth in peace. Nature will sing a song unto you. Nature. Nature will sing a song unto you. You will know because the environment will be different, y'all. Okay? The environment will be different. Okay? So that was Isaiah 55. And if you guys want to get usually I use my Earthly Branches, a daily devotional. Not a daily devotional. I'm sorry. My Earthly Branches, a 12-book devotional series. I usually read from those. One of those does cover Isaiah 55 as well. I don't know which one. I don't know because I'm writing book 11 and 12 right now of the 12. So I don't know which one. For those of you who are looking at this on video, I am holding the book Completion, a copy of that for the Earthly Branches series, the book called Grace, as well as the book called Healing. I told you all that these books would be available online. They are now available, and order as well is available. So 10 of the 12 Earthly Branches devotional series are available on www.stalkyourdestiny.com/shop. That along with, again, the Tea Time Daily Journal, y'all. Get these tools. Get these tools, if nothing else, to help yourself or to pass on to somebody else to have them be encouraged. Because the thing that we don't have, we can do as much Bible reading as we want to do. These tools allow you to apply that information to your daily life. It is practical application of biblical information. Okay? And so visit the website www.stalkyourdestiny.com/shop and order those books for yourself or for someone else. They make great holiday gifts. They are very affordable, y'all. Very affordable. Okay. And so go ahead and get those for yourself. If you cannot get them on my website, you can get them at Amazon.com. For those of you who are not in the United States or do not have U.S. currency, I believe you can do that at Amazon.com. Okay. And so become a sponsor of this show, y'all. We're here every Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live and on air. Okay. And we're here to change lives. We're here to positively impact your day and your week. Okay. So consider becoming a sponsor for this show. You can email me if you want to become a sponsor. Email me at teatimewithtarah@gmail.com. That's TEATIMEWITHTARAH. And if you're not catching that, hearing it, listening online, you can always head over to my YouTube channel to see what the website and email is for you to become a sponsor. If you have a product, a service, an event, or just a company that you want to sponsor an ad for, you want to get some recognition for, or you just want to say like, hey, I want to support the show, so I would love to become a sponsor, go ahead and send me an email, y'all. We are, like I said, we're here to change lives. And so if you're about that business, if you're about God's business, and you're like, I want to sponsor a show, sponsorships can start as little as $50 a month, and your sponsorship payment is for the month. And so 4 shows, are covered in that sponsorship. Okay. And it starts as little as $50 a month, and it can go as high as you would like it to go. So if you have any other information as well that you would like to offer in terms of partnering with this show for sponsorship and sponsoring an ad on this show, please go ahead and send me an email again at teatimewithtarah@gmail.com. Now, if you say, I love this show, I don't necessarily have anything to be a sponsor of or for, but I do want to donate to the show because I love what you're doing here, then do me a favor. You can send any amount that you'd like to send as a donation via Cash App at $stalkyourdestiny. You can send a donation via Venmo at stalkyourdestiny. Or you can head over to paypal.me/stalkyourdestiny. Okay, that's for any donation of any amount. You can donate through Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal at Stalk Your Destiny, y'all. Every donation or sponsorship is appreciated, and we'll shout out the sponsors on the show. I may shout out donations, but I haven't done that so far yet. But everything is welcome. The show is not free for me. This show is absolutely it takes money and it takes investments. And for it to grow and spread the word even more, we have to pay even more to get that viewership and to make sure that we're producing what needs to be produced for this show to take place. So thank you for considering donating. Thank you for considering sponsorships. Tell a friend to tell a friend, y'all, not just to tune in, not just to subscribe to the YouTube channel, but also to consider becoming a sponsor or sending a donation of any size to Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal at Stalk Your Destiny. Otherwise, I look forward to receiving your emails for sponsorships, opportunities, and partnerships at teatimewithtarah@gmail.com. Okay? So our business topic of the week is make room for the new. Make room for the new. Did y'all like that devotion time? I know I went fast through it, but it seemed like it was a bit heavy too. So I hope that encouraged you as well. I hope you did enjoy that portion of the show. So the business topic of the week is brought to you by Zeal Sweet Flavored Tea. Okay. And Zeal Sweet Flavored Tea is also on the website if you go to www.stalkyourdestiny.com. If you're in the St. Louis area, you can order food orders and tea. If you're not in the St. Louis area, but you're in the United States, you can order tea as well from the site. So that's Zeal Sweet Flavored Tea, which is made with love. Okay. And so our topic for the week is make room for the new. So like I was mentioning a little bit in the devotional time too, is stop spending your money on things that don't satisfy, right? So in making room for the new, we have to, where am I at? Let's see. We have to release the old and get rid of things. Okay. And so that starts with taking inventory. Where am I now in my life? And this is like Stalk Your Destiny, y'all. Y'all finna get a little crash course in making room for the new. Starting with, your identity, your direction, and accountability. Okay. And so in your identity, it's who am I now? Not who was I 5 years ago, not who was I before I became a parent, who was I before that marriage, wrecked me, or I got attached to this marriage and now I'm in it and it's a duty in my job and I love it. But still, who am I as an individual? Who am I? Where am I in my life right now? How did I get here? Where am I going? That's the direction, right? And the accountability is what needs to happen for me to get to the me God called me to be. I like how that sounds. What needs to happen in order for me to get to the me that God called me to be? Because I'm not quite there yet, right? So you have to take inventory of yourself. You have to look at yourself right now and say, I have this going on. What is it that you like and dislike about your life right now? In all areas. Okay. Mentally, you can say, these are examples. Mentally, I don't like that I deal with being foggy mentally. I saw someone's post on that I follow on, I don't even know if I follow this person, but I saw his post on, I believe, Instagram or TikTok. And he said he was celebrating that he has been sober of alcohol for 2 years now. And he just talked about how he doesn't have mental brain fog anymore. He doesn't have that brain fog anymore. Hey, Richard. Thank you. And so he doesn't have brain fog anymore. So he removed alcohol from his life because he took inventory of that, right? So take inventory of what is going on in your life that's benefiting you and what's not in all areas. Because mentally, we need that. We need our mental capacity to be clear, okay? So what's causing chaos? What's got to go? Because this says release the old and get rid of it. I don't understand why we hold on to things that's not working in the first place. I don't understand why we do that. Why are we holding? Why are you so attached to what's not helpful to you? And it could just be, like I'm going through my own stuff, right? I'm taking inventory of my belongings. And I'm wondering, why is this so important to me? That I've been holding on to it for all of these years. It's time now to release those things, because you can hold on to things for a time, for a season. They may matter to you during that time in that season. When it's time to shed that old skin, you've got to be willing to say, okay, I'm done with this. I'm done with it. It can't go where I'm going next. It just can't. And if it's just sitting there, y'all, listen, it's so much of this that I'm trying to get it all out without going too far into everything. Get rid of people in your life who don't belong anymore. Respectfully and lovingly, bye-bye, y'all gotta go. It's just like that. Get rid of those people. That doesn't mean you don't love them. That doesn't mean you don't like them. That may mean that your season has changed with them. Okay? That may mean that you've got more work to do that has nothing to do with them. Nothing good or bad. It just doesn't have anything to do with them. Okay? Because the people that we surround ourselves with, the people that we hold on to, hang on to, keep us in a particular mindset. So you see, it's all connected. And when you're in that particular mindset, then you're emotionally unstable. You don't have the capacity for the you that's ahead of you. Okay, so we're talking about identity, direction, and accountability. In making room for the new, take inventory of everything and everyone. Why do I hold on to this stuff? Why am I hanging on to these people in the way that we relate? And y'all, let me say this too, because I've learned over time that most people don't understand that the dynamic of a relationship can change without the relationship failing. We tend to think that relationships have to end completely because the dynamic switched. Be willing to be open to changing the dynamic of relationships if, in fact, it's someone you wish to keep in your life. If there's someone you wish to continue to hold on to or remain connected to, okay, you want to have an open door there, then be willing to change the dynamic of the relationship. What does that look like? That looks like putting new boundaries in place. That looks like different behaviors, right? That doesn't look like I'm going to party with you every week because that's just what we do. No, that doesn't serve me in my life anymore. I don't want to do it anymore, you know? And so I'm willing to hang out with you over here. Okay? I'm willing to spend time with you over here. So, y'all, we have to understand that the world is bigger than the one thing. Okay? It's like, well, this is what we do. This is our thing. No, spending time is our thing. Communicating is our thing. We can do that in so many different ways. So release the old, get rid of it. Okay? It's not serving you and it's not taking you where God wants you to go. Okay? So that's just taking the inventory of it. Then you're like, well, where am I going? Okay? Well, where are you going? And where the hell are you now? Because you got to take inventory of that too. Like, God, where am I in my life right now? Really look around and see that. We don't want to see it. It's time to take the blinders off. If you want this new thing ahead, you've got to be willing to remove the veil. You've got to be willing to do it. Okay? You can't hide under a blanket and just think you're going to get to where you're going by somebody picking you up and throwing you there. That's not how this works. And that might be dramatic, but I don't care. I don't care, because you've got to be willing to look at you. In order to make room for the new in your life, this is personal. This is about you. Making room for new for you, not for anybody else. This is for you. So clean your eyes, baby. Clean your eyes out. Open them up. Look around. Are you living the life you desire to live? Are you living life on your terms? Okay? And that matters. Why? Because we think that every breath is just, oh, it's just mine. Oh, I'm definitely going to be here 10 minutes from now. Oh, tomorrow, yeah, I'm just going to be here. We think that we wake up and go to bed on our time, on our clock. And that's not the case. You don't get to decide how long you're here. You don't get to decide when it ends for yourself, you know? So live while you're living every moment you can. And I don't mean living at the expense of others. I mean, live your best life and do your best to treat others well, right? Still, that would mean I need to look at where I am in my life right now. What do I like about it? What don't I like about it? What is God saying about it? And where can I go from here? Like, which way do we go, George? Where am I going with this? Okay? Getting rid of things, y'all. If you want to go to a new level, it's going to require you to separate. And this is something I saw with Ty Tribbett and his wife, Tay. They were preaching one Sunday morning a few years back, and it was January 2023, I think, maybe 2024, one of those. They were preaching about forward. So it's 2024. It was about forward, going forward. January 2024, they were preaching about forward. And they were just talking about how when God moves you from one place to another, because they moved from Jersey to, I I think Houston, then to Orlando. And they were just saying that going from one level to the next or one thing to the next requires you to abandon something. Something's going to be abandoned, because if I get up from this chair, and this was the example that Ty Tribbett gave, if I get up from this seat that I'm sitting in, I am abandoning the seat here. So you can't be afraid of leaving things behind. You can't be afraid of leaving people behind, because those who want to go with you will grow with you. Okay. And so you got to be willing to just see, is where I am working in my life, is it the best for me? Is it helpful to me? Is it beneficial to me? Right. So if not, get rid of it. Okay. Because otherwise you're going to sit there stagnant. And we can go back to Isaiah 55 and just be like, listen, stop spending your money and time in life on things that don't serve you, on things that don't satisfy you. They don't bring you joy. Y'all, life is short. No matter how long we live, it's too short. It's too short. Now, the other side of this too is, even though I'm going forward in where God is taking me, I'm going forward. I've been telling y'all all year that I've been kicking and screaming. I have been kicking and screaming. Took a leap of faith, still kicking and screaming. Is it good? Yes. It's good because I'm still on this journey. I'm still going forward. I still have done more than most people that I know. I've created more than most people that I know. I have get to know me. Look at the website. I'm a producer. I produce things. I write. I create books. I change lives daily. Okay. So I have done a lot, and that's still short, y'all. That life is still short. So too short for us to not do what brings us joy. Okay. But when I say kicking and screaming, it don't matter how good it looks, y'all. It don't matter how good it looks. It's not easy. This is not for the faint of heart. Okay. Making room for the new in your life, going to a new level, takes courage. It takes resilience. Okay. And so build your strength up. Okay. Start doing some strengthening activities. I don't mean just hitting the gym mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, spiritually. Start asking God to pump you up. And I just heard Arnold Schwarzenegger, I think that's his name. I think I said it right. Saying that something about pumping you up. I want to pump you up or something or whatever. Anyway, let God pump you up. Okay. And so now I hear this song in my head. I think it was Pastor Keon. I might have mentioned this before as well, where he was preaching. And when he was starting to preach, he was singing the song, Press Your Way Through. Press your way through, y'all. When it's time to make room for the new, you got to be prayed up. And you got to be pressing forward, because all the old things don't want to let you go. You think them people, listen, y'all, you think them toxic people of your past want to let you go? Absolutely not. You think the people who love you, who may not be toxic, but are dead wrong for you, want to let you go? Absolutely not. You think the people that's familiar with you, comfortable with you, and still don't like you, want to let you go and grow and surpass them? No. Hell no. At that, no. What you're leaving behind doesn't want to release you. Okay? This is why you have to pray and press your way through. Life will have its way with you. It's been whooping my behind all year and more. Okay? And I don't look like what I've been through. I don't look like what I'm going through, but damn it, I'm in it. I'm in it. Okay, so whatever you're in, wherever you are in your life, you got to pray and press your way through it. Okay, and you got to be hard up about it, not just praying, oh Jesus, this or that. No, really sit and listen to what God is trying to tell you, because I said, and I'll say it again, his plans are for your good, but you've got to stop spending your time and money on things that don't serve you or bring you joy, on people who don't matter, people who just want to take from you. Okay? Take your time, your energy, your effort, your attention for nothing. For nothing. You've got to stop doing that. You got to fill up on what satisfies you. You got to allow God to fill your voids. You got to be willing to see where the hell you are in your life, asking God, how did I get here? And where are we going from here? Then you got to be willing to take the steps forward. I told y'all that 10 to 15 years, that 10 to 15 years that I was taught as a kid, it takes. Y'all, I got to the 10-year mark this year and I didn't get to where I thought I was going to be so far. Now, everybody around is like, oh my gosh, you do so much. You've done this, you've done that. I'm not even at where I wanted to be. And maybe my goals and my dreams are way higher than theirs, for me. Maybe I'm hitting barriers they never, most people don't do. I don't get to see me the way they see me. Just like you don't get to see yourself the way others see you. However, that 10 to 15 years is not easy to hold on to and just be so good all the time. You got to press. Okay. And look, now I got Cardi B in my head and I didn't mean to do that. But press your way through. Okay. If you want to get to the other side of this, you got to press your way through and you got to stay prayed up because like I said, it's hard. It gets rough. It's not easy. It don't look like what I get on here and make it look like. It don't look, it's not, it ain't cute. I told y'all the word for the day is, it ain't cute. None of it is cute. Okay. I've cried as much as I have smiled. I've probably cried more than I've smiled. Okay. It's not easy. And I'm driving that to let you know it's still worth it. You being the best you and living the best life for you. Transition hurts. Being, you say, oh, God's the potter and we're the clay. You know how that feels? Do you know how that feels? Because you're being molded, pushed, prodded, shaped, formed into something new. Right? So this is the journey, right? We want the destination. Like, God, be done with this already. Let me be a beautiful vase. Okay? Let me just be that at the end. No. You can't do that without the process because then you're going to be a little ugly bowl and nobody wants you. So, let patience finish its work so that you will be complete, lacking nothing. That's James 1:8, I believe. Okay, the book of James, chapter 1, verse 8. Let patience finish its work. That means you have to be patient with you. You've got to be able to bend and not break, y'all. I can get on here every Monday and teach y'all and wing it and do all of that because I've lived this stuff. I have lived the things I've written in these books. I have to live them. God won't let me just write some stuff because it's cute. No. Yeah, healing. I had to write healing while I was hurting. This devotional, while I was hurting. Completion. I'm still trying to complete stuff. Okay? I'm still working on complete stuff. And guess what I had to do? Write completion. Okay? Grace. I needed grace. I needed to give myself grace. Y'all, your life experiences are not for nothing. Your life is not for nothing. I'm telling you, I don't know who needs to hear this, but you matter. You matter. Okay? God created you with a purpose, even if your purpose was your most beautiful smile. Because somebody needs that smile. Even if your purpose is the sound of your voice. Because, baby, let me tell you, people's sounds of their voices change lives. Just to hear it changes a life. Okay? Your presence online is changing lives. Somebody needs you. You matter. Okay? Even at that job you don't like right now that you're going to be quitting soon. You still matter because somebody at that job admires you. How you carry yourself, your personality, your sense of humor. You matter. So what we're not going to do is take for granted who we are and who God's calling us to be. It takes time. Be patient with yourself. Do the work to go forward, okay? Do the work. Because if nothing else, you deserve to meet you at the end of this. You deserve to meet you. So hold tight. If God has spoken something over your life, hold on to it. And when you pray, call it out. God, you told me. You told me X, Y, and Z, and I want to see it. Okay? Excuse me, maybe don't be like me and Jacob and wrestle with God, because I be wrestling with God. Okay? I'm over here like Jesus now. You know, you're supposed to give his word back to him. Give his word back to him. Call him on his word. God is a promise keeper. Okay? I can testify to that. God is a promise keeper. But sometimes when you're praying and you're bending and you're leaning and it's tough and you're tired of waiting, okay, he's going to do what he said. You got to remember what he said, okay? And you got to make sure that you're taking the steps towards you, not away from you, not away from his hand being on your life, okay? Hold tight to what God has spoken on your life. And remember, y'all, make room for the new. You are living. Live while you are living. Okay? Live while you are living. Get rid of those people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Okay? Get rid of that mindset. You can absolutely, listen, you have the right, 100% right, to change your mind about anything right now, today, or any day. You can change your mind. I don't do that no more. I don't want to do that no more. I don't want it. I don't want to spend my time in that. I no longer have the capacity for that. You have the right to change your life at any moment and go forward to the you want to be and go forward to who God has called you to be. 100% of that is your right. Make room for the new in your life. All right. So let me recap this show for y'all. And I forgot to pray earlier, so I'm gonna go ahead and pray us out too of this show. Listen, do your affirmations, speak life over yourself. It is hard to do sometimes because sometimes you don't care, and sometimes life is not too pretty or easy or beautiful. Speak those affirmations. I am, I have, I will. Declare what kind of day, week, or month you're going to have, and look forward to it. Walk towards that thing, okay? Remember, how long is too long to wait on your dreams? However long it takes, because your dreams are worth you reaching them. Stalk your destiny, y'all. Stalkers don't quit. They are relentless in pursuit of their goals and dreams, especially what God has called you to do and who God has called you to be. Okay? Remember to go back and read Isaiah 55, that chapter for yourself. See what God is saying to you, where you are, but understand that it's time to stop spending your money and time and energy on things that do not fill you up. Your work, spending your time toiling that doesn't satisfy you. It's time to stop. It's time to cut it all out. Okay. And remember that God's ways are not your ways. So he will do what he said. Okay. But it's not going to be the way you think. And it will cause you to have to change as well. It will cause you to cry out. It will cause you to remove yourself from some things. Okay. And so, yes, make room for the new. Remember who you are. And let me go ahead and pray. And then let me pray. God, we come to you right now in the name of Jesus. Father, we just thank you for this day. We thank you for this time, and we thank you for your authentic word going forward in this time, Lord God. Save who needs to be saved, comfort who needs to be comforted, and provide for all of us who are waiting on you to provide for us. Show us strategy, show us who to speak to, connect us with the right people, the right places, and the right opportunities, God. Fill us up as only you can, God, and give us everything we need to take our journey to be the person you have called us to be, because we are well, we are beautiful, we are healthy, we are intelligent, we are successful, and we are courageous, God. Give us the patience to not give up on our dreams and our hopes, God, and to trust in you. And we'll give you all the glory and honor. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. This has been Tea Time with Tara, live and on air. I'm your host, Tara M. Williams, the voice of faith, hope, love, and leadership. I'll see y'all back here next Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Head over to the YouTube channel at Stalk Your Destiny. Hit the subscribe button. Check out Tea Time with Tara, Season 3, Episode 1. Leave me a comment and let me know how this helped you today, and share it with somebody. Until next time.
I'm staying I'm staying focused on what I'm gonna make. I'm making that down, but I won't lose ground. 'Cause I'm still starting my destiny. I'm still starting my destiny.
Every time it's on everything, alive, you cheesing, I'm cheddaring. No matter the form of the weaponry, gotta keep stalking my destiny. Time's getting worse, I'm bettering. My sin is secure, ain't no tethering. I ain't gonna stop till I rest in peace and they put a hold on my great lettering. Every time, I ain't lay back unless I'm in my 300. Circle is little, cause I keep it 100. Minus my issues, I'm so hard when I'm on it. 100% ain't enough, I get 200. Every time, know what I'ma run from. I'm that one opponent, you don't want none from. Manual van where my strength get pumped from. So let's go ride to a child of God. Standing toe to toe, no hiding out. The Lord is with me, you can't fight the rock. I got the sauce, you want my to hide. The destiny mine, I'ma stalk it out. The strength is having, you just bought it out. Your giant carcass, I'ma walk it out. You gon' be wishing that you wouldn't have called me out. Cause every time be on that throwdown, let's get us a showdown. Come and get some, I got another go around big as it is, so hard that they go down. Since destiny something we can't change, but quitting will stop you from great gains. And faith will make capable great things. I done decided to break pain. Move around and call me on my A game, so it's me like the A train. The path that I'm stalking on, I gotta maintain. All by myself, I don't gang bang. When you want to get in my crown, then I'm down every time, not just now and then. Yeah, I heard you got your thousands, but me, yo, I got my 10,000s. God gave me dreams doing that I would chest it.